BluntCut MetalWorks, March 1st, 2021. I'm going to do hard test on this 1085 ht5i, sharpened with the Edge Pro at 20° precise, 19 thou behind the edge, 1A up from the edge. The thickness is 38 thou, and with the temper handle. Anyway, I mean the heat treat looking for an edge that can be all general purpose and able to withstand harsh use, but also strong enough that able to do a lot of tasks without the apex collapsing. I mean, it's not right now because again that this angle is fairly, because it's big knife here, and so not super sharp, but again you will see the reason. Good enough. Anyway, this is Vera wood, also known as Argentine lignum vitae. So it's hard. Hit the lens of the camera. Anyway, and if you will, this is the cow femur bone, dry. So I'm going to do a simple tap here. If the edge is in the low hardness, then the apex will collapse or smooth in. And if it's, when you chop in bone, then it will chip if it's too hard. So bone is really brutal. I didn't expect the bone just to shatter too quickly like that. But anyway, you tell just to show how hard it is. Good thing that it won't hit the lens, otherwise we'll scratch the lens with the camera. So I don't test using the femur bone very often because again the break is unpredictable and it's really harsh on the edge. But anyway, however, because the hardness there, it's good thing. Anyway, so now the next one is we see that will lead to destruction or some sort of destruction. And at the base, this is this square bracket here, 14 gauge, and it's thick. And so why I call it sort of destruction, because I'm looking here, is pardon me as I try to figure out the position I can do without in other words, let it chop, try to cut through the thing, whether this thing fall apart or this thing got into two pieces. Alright, I do have safety goggle on. Okay, the objective is cut this thing into through it, chop through it. Whatever it takes. I'm chopping the flat a little bit right now, and that's why it seems to be a lot more bouncy. look like it's stabilized at this position, so I'm going to keep on chopping. As I say, I'm chopping it. And well, I should have a look. Okay, they took finally they took a little chip here, and on the other part it crumbled pretty. I mean, the edge is crumbling, and after enough, it's folding and smoothing. Anyway, now I'm going to continue. I mean, the edge got pinched, and oh, sort of really the dynamic of the physics is pretty intense here. Right now my heat treat is 5J, this is 5i, but they're pretty similar, but they're approaching the balance point using a different path. That's, I think there's a little weakness right here, so the heat treat, this thing was a little warped right here, so I will try to hit this end a little bit more, on this end a little bit more, but that's alright. This is destruction test. Keep on moving. My temporary handle fall apart. Hopefully, if this thing got somewhere before its handle no longer here for me to use. I can chop using this part. I think I have to wrap it a little bit back because the tang is a little sharp back here. Actually, it's cut mostly through, cut through the below here, and this part also mostly through. So let me cut it this way. Yeah. They got pinched and pried up a chunk, but you can. Success is close. Woo! Okay, there you go. The job tool like that is that nothing can survive. Doesn't matter. You take any steel, they won't be able to handle that. So that's why that job is flat. But now a little way left. What's the point of this? The point of this is you can see this blade with it. Take this kind of abuse. Yes, it's There it is, it's stuck there. All right. Ouch. Yeah, if it was that, I got some set up real quick. If it was doing something, okay, we had a little part left. I thought this part. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see the tips. I have to focus on this thing. I got hit because I got my finger here. Well, look like that hole is completely collapsing with as the knife and the metal protruding through. You can see they're the tips, right? I mean, here are the tips. They're actually up close. Right? I know, hopefully you can see it, but this tip is good. It's still good. Let's use part of this right here a little bit and cut the I guess the short piece length of this. Here, cut through it. Well, that didn't do too well. The part I have pounding is still okay right there. The spines still way too hard. I mean, yeah, you can see the break it, but that's okay. This thing cut pretty much smartly through the that metal. Over here, this part. Okay, to cut through. Hard to test holding like this, but that's okay. That's why I use this part toward the end, because this knife that I decide to destruction test. It's still okay right there, you can see. I mean, even though I just pounding through these things, that's still good. Okay, so I cut through, right? Right there, the double up of the 14 gauge. And the edge still intact. That showed it that they actually done that. But you cut through this two piece right here. There's actually nothing. I mean, these actually soft stuff. But because again, it's when you pry anything, and that one thing go really mess up. But there's some roll here. We'll get something a little hard. Let's see. Tip test. Right? Some skin come off here. It's geometry, not. I mean, it's right there. The spine, the tips. So the tip this way. There are a lot of steel because the way it's shaped, it's not a sharp finger style or something. Yeah. Oh, this nice flat piece. Oh yeah. Oh, let go. Tips again. These things. I'm at it. This rock is not particularly hard, I don't think. Look like a lot of kind of sandstone thingy. It's not granite. I don't have a granite around here. But let's go back and powder in this thing one more just for fun. Check the tips. A lot of time when take time work the knife and then decide to destroy it, it's kind of hard, but I got oh, it's already punched through. No, not yet. Hello. Got the blunt. I don't think they get gone through very well. I think I have to go over this hole here. I did wonder when the tip will break. That's what I'm testing. So I mean this. Look like it's, yeah, it went through what after it bolted through. Well, I think I did pry that tip off. That wasn't clever. When you go and try and I mean just like a plier, it doesn't matter. It's gone. And here the thickness of the tips anyway. There are a tiny bit left. I will just want to do a tiny bit of the blade left. Don't want to waste my. I want to yet cut the. Whether I can cut this thing to half using the remaining. Of the blade. Oh, sorry, Anvil. You just got a big cut. These Hollow Freight really cheap, Anvil, so that don't feel it's going to be used for more and more. Let me use this thing and see how weak this little end is. It's already cut. Oh, Oh, the edge got all smooth right now. No wonder they didn't cut it cleanly. Well, what else do I want to? What else remains to be tested? Not much of the blade, not much of anything. So, what should the blade be in terms of the where it should break like this? If this the torch was at longer time and lower the spine to about in the somewhere 40, 45 Rockwell, then it will have more ductility. But even that, as long as the edge hard enough, they're able to do a lot of heavy cutting. See, oh yeah, there you can see even though the damage, you can see that this blade is actually, because it's pretty much a full flat grind. The 196 thick. It's not thick, and so it will flex. This blade will flex greatly. But however, I didn't have that test. I tested before, but I didn't flex until it passed the use point. So anyway, but it flexed. The edge is the hardness. I mean, up again. Go back to that. This brake is it's about the lower half of the hardness here. I don't bother to state the hardness, but because obviously it's actually fairly hard, so that you can withstand the chopping of this kind of wood, this kind of bone, without completely smooth thing in. Anyway, so that's the criteria of my all-purpose knife. At least if it encounters something, I mean bone contact or some light metal contact, it wouldn't do, it wouldn't damage the edge in extent. I should have us so that when you have a light tap, I mean this thing is the edge is just barely, you can say, can I strop it to get rid of it again? No, I think you need to do about a few swipes on the stone to restore the paper slicing sharpness. But as far as chopping the femur bone, you can strap it back to paper. Thanks for watching.